Hi there, my name's Dr. Chris Henstridge. I'm a senior postdoctoral associate working for the Euan MacDonald Centre, and I'm based at the Centre of Discovery Brain Sciences at the University of Edinburgh. Now, my main research focus is on the connection between brain cells and the loss of these connections and how they may associate with some of the clinical symptoms of motor neuron disease. Now, in your brain you have millions of these neurons and trillions of connections between these neurons. In fact, we have more connections between our brain cells than there are stars in the galaxy. And these connections are tiny, tiny structures that are around 5,000 times smaller than the thickness of a human hair. So they're tiny, tiny structures, but critical for how our brain functions. Now, we know that up to half of patients with motor neuron disease actually have changes in how their brain functions as well. They have changes in their thinking skills and their thinking abilities. And what I'm trying to do is figure out whether a loss of these connections between neurons may explain why these people have such problems with their thinking abilities. Now, motor neuron disease has for a long time been considered to be purely a disease of the motor system, but we're beginning to understand now much better that there are multiple systems in the brain that are affected by the disease. And if we can figure out what underlying changes may be occurring in the brain, we may be able to stop or slow down these changes and ultimately be able to treat or slow down the progression of the motor disease symptoms.